just downright cold outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
On second down, here's Barkley. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off play action. Kidd. Looking left sideline. Incomplete. Charles already trailing that touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. kick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop them short of the first down right near the 24. They're going to try and throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. He's got him in. Complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Slot man moves right. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. In motion goes the tight end.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football.
All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Off the play fake. Pittman.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel with career touchdown number 75. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
Skirts by him at the 35.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Kidd eluding the pressure right. This is Smith with the ground. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Back to throw. Kidd. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Kidd. And he floated one out there incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hubbard will get down close to the goal line, but not in. And so he marked down at the 1. Again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
On 4th down, Kidd. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
60 Maverick, Warriors 17.
To throw from his end zone, Pittman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. On the return, here's Agnew. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Kidd. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Kidd. And they'll get this down to the 10. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Looking to throw. Kidd. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points will look really good right now. But I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
It's fourth down. Panther 11, Panther 11.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one.
Ready, break. Check it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Up the middle, it's Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Back to throw. Kidd. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Looking to throw. Kidd. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Carlson able to put this one through.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
Off play action. Kidd. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Kidd.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
That third down conversion good for 23.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get to it.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he powers his way up past the 30.
But I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Kidd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On the counter, it's Smith. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Kidd. And that will be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Alert! Alert!
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Pittman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Rondale Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake. Pittman under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Pittman under pressure, and they got to him again. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On 1st and 10, Kidd. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Cook. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. Operating from the gun, Kidd. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Kidd being chased out left. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, Kidd. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and the Bengals grab it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On third down, Barkley shoves him aside. And some room to roam now. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the